Hello and welcome to the Cybersecurity Training Program. Over the next few weeks, we'll be introducing you to the fundamentals of cybersecurity, what cybersecurity is, why it matters, and how it applies in real world environments. This program is designed to give you a solid foundation, even if you're completely new to cybersecurity. My name is Ark Aegis and I'll be guiding you through this training. Let's get started with an overview of what cybersecurity is and why it's so important today. So, introduction to cybersecurity. Why cybersecurity exists? When you ask yourself, cybersecurity, why does it exist? Cybersecurity exists to protect our digital lives. It exists because valuable things like money, data, and identities, these things now live online and they need protection from attackers. So basically, cybersecurity exists to protect people, systems, and trust in the digital world. So the digital reality of cybersecurity. We live in a digital world where every day we communicate online, we store personal and business data, we make payments, we rely on technology for work and life. This dependence on technology creates opportunities and risks. Almost everything we do is digital: banking, work, communication, and storage. So this convenience it creates opportunities for cybercrime. What is cybersecurity? When you ask yourself cybersecurity, what is it? What does it mean? Cybersecurity is the practice of protecting systems, networks, devices, and data from digital attacks. It also protects against unauthorized access and misuse. Cybersecurity focuses on keeping information confidential, accurate, and available when needed. So, cybersecurity is the practice of protecting systems, networks, and data from digital attacks. The goal of cybersecurity is to keep information safe, systems available, and users protected. Now that we know what cybersecurity is, why does cybersecurity exist? Cybersecurity exists for one core reason: to make cybercrime unprofitable. Attackers out there, they are not chaotic, they are strategic. They have a way, they have plans on how to attack systems. So they choose targets that offer the highest reward for the least effort. They go for companies and they know that they don't need to stress much. They find a simple flaw or a simple loophole in their system, and that is what they use against the systems. So cybersecurity exists to make sure these efforts, these attacks are not profitable for them. Because if an attack is not profitable for the attacker, they won't do it. They go for easy targets. They go for what they can easily make money off or make profit of. So cybersecurity exists for that particular reason. Cybercrime. Cybercrime is a business. Cybercrime, it operates like a business, yes. Attackers invest time and tools expecting profit in return. So cybercrime operates like a business model. It's a process. A cybercrime is a process where attackers calculate the effort required, they calculate the risk of detection, they calculate the potential reward. So if the cost is low and the reward is high, attacks continue. Like I said from the previous slide, if they know that the reward for a particular for breaching or for attacking a particular organization, a body or a system, the reward is very high and profitable, they will go for that system as long as the effort is low. As long as they get to put minimum effort, they will go for that system, they will attack it and get what they want. So if the profit is high, attackers will always continue. Why cyber attacks succeed? Most cyber attacks succeed due to weak passwords, unpatched systems, or a human mistakes. Attackers usually exploit the easiest part, not the most complex one. Most cyber attacks succeed because systems are still too easy to exploit, and common weaknesses include weak or reused passwords, missing security updates, lack of multi-factor authentication, untrained users. So when we talk about weak or reused passwords, most passwords nowadays are easy to guess. So nowadays we are online, we have platforms and stores used passwords by users. So every password you've used online, they are stored on a particular platform or database. Attackers are able to get this password, or even if they can't get the actual password, they are able to guess based on this used password. So it makes it easy for them to get or guess weak and reused passwords. So always make sure if you're setting a password for a system or a body, it's a very strong password. What do you mean by missing security updates? Let's assume on a Friday night towards the weekend, you in the IT department, you are supposed to upload a security patch update for a system, but you did not update that security patch for the system before going in that weekend. Attackers can exploit that because you don't have the latest update on security patch. Attackers can exploit that and break into your system, which would which could cause your system coming down or crashing. So always make sure your security updates are on point. So and what do we also mean by lack of multi-factor authentication? When you want to get into a system, you don't use just a password. You could use a password, you could use a face recognition, you could use fingerprints, you could use one-time password, you could use one-time pins. So these are all multi-factor authentications. So even if an attacker wants to gain access into your system, they would require all these things, which makes it so complex to get into your system. So all these things are necessary steps to take if you want to protect a body or a system in cyberspace. So when we also talk about untrained users, these are people who are, I won't say nonchalant, but these are people who are not well educated when it comes to security of a system or a body. So you want to make sure every of your security bodies are properly trained to protect your systems and your organizations. How cybersecurity works. Cybersecurity works by increasing friction. What do I mean by that? When you increase friction on a moving surface, it makes it hard for movement. So when you increase friction in a organization or a security or a system, it makes it hard for cyber attacks to penetrate easily. So every controls raises the cost of attack. Examples: firewalls, security updates, access controls, monitoring and detection. So when efforts outweighs the reward, attackers move on. If the reward is not worth the efforts they will take, they move on from that security system. So security works by preventing attacks, detecting threats early and responding quickly when incidents occurs. So it combines technology, processes, and people. So defense is about economics. Security is about increasing the cost of attack, what it costs, what it takes to attack a system. That's what when you say defense is about economics, that is what it means. So when attacks become difficult, expensive, and risky, attackers move on from that system. So security is not about being unhackable, it is about raising attacker costs, reducing attacker success, protecting the most valuable access. No one robs a store that takes more effort than its pays. A store that has multiple security systems that are not easy to breach, they move on, they find weaker ones. So if your defense is strong, it makes it unprofitable for attackers. So practical security controls. Examples of security controls include strong passwords, multi-factor authentication, regular updates, and monitoring systems. Each of these controls add another layer of protection. So simple, consistent practice are multi-factor authentication, regular patching, data encryption, security configuration, phishing awareness training. Boring security is often the most effective. So people are part of security. Security is not just a system or a tech space that protects your organization. People are also part of that security. So people play a major role in cybersecurity. By that I mean awareness and good habits. Awareness and good habits often prevent attacks more effectively than technology alone. Cybersecurity is not only technical, people play a critical role. The employees, the contractors, the users, every informed person reduces risk. Every mistake increases opportunity. So the people that are in charge of your security, they need to be well informed and well trained to make sure your security system is stable and consistent. So when does your security succeed? Your security succeeds when crime costs more than it earns, attackers fail quietly, normal businesses continue uninterrupted, the best security outcomes are invisible. So cybersecurity succeeds when nothing happens, when a system has been running for years without any issues. It means cybersecurity has succeeded when it comes to that business or a body or a system. So systems run normally, data are saved, and users remain unaware of these threats stopped in the background. That is when you can say cybersecurity succeeded. So here's a general overview of everything we've talked about so far. Cybersecurity is not a single tool or product, it is an ongoing effort to protect digital systems in an evolving threat landscape. So, cybersecurity is not about fear, it's about trust, discipline, it's about making crime economically unattractive. This is why cybersecurity exists. So, if you found this helpful, please like and subscribe for more cybersecurity content. And as always, stay secure.